From the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania, WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Friday, October 28th, 2016. I'm Ann Gownley. A big win for former Penn State assistant coach Mike McQueary. He'd been seeking $4 million from Penn State in a wrongful termination suit. After 4 hours of deliberations, a jury awarded him $7.3 million. It ruled Penn State had indeed defamed him over his role as a witness in the Jerry Sandusky case, fired him without case, and made it all but impossible for him to find another job. The jury included 2 Penn State employees among the 8 women and 4 men. Still outstanding is McQueary's claim the action was retaliations. Judge Thomas Gavin says he'll decide that within the next few weeks. There was a shooting last night in Hanover Township near Wilkes-Barre. The occupants of one car fired at those in another in the parking lot of the Easy Pass Express, a convenience store on the Sansui Parkway. It doesn't appear anyone was hit, but neither car was in sight when police arrived on scene. There is no description of any of the alleged assailants or victims. Another break-in at the former St. Joseph's Hospital in Hazleton. Overnight, someone pulled down one of the plywood barriers used to board up the building and gained entry. Police haven't said yet whether anything was stolen from it. The old hospital, built in 1949, has sat vacant on 8th and Church Streets for over a decade. There have been numerous instances of theft and vandalism there. The city ordered the building boarded up. A firm hoping to turn it into a nursing home was closed to buying and renovating it before the deal fell through last year. Police are looking for a second suspect in the September murder of a reported drug dealer, and more details about the case have been released. It happened on North Sherman Street in Wilkes-Barre in September. 23-year-old Arvando Crooks of Brooklyn, New York, was shot and killed. Trayvon Thomas, also of Brooklyn, was first arrested and charged. Now police say a 19-year-old Kenyu Pincock was involved as well. A warrant on homicide charges has been issued. Police say Pincock is armed and dangerous. He's a black male, 6 feet 2 inches tall, with black hair and brown eyes. During a hearing on Thursday, it was learned that Thomas and Pincock struggled with Crooks at a home at 70 North Sherman Street. Crooks was alive after the shooting and identified Thomas and Pincock as the assailants. Thomas is in police custody. The City of Hazleton received $1 million in funding through the Redevelopment Assistance Capital Program for revitalization projects in the downtown. State Senator Johnny Dechak and State Representative Tara Toohill made the announcement today, stating the grant will go to 5 specific vacant properties which have been identified as priority projects. Those projects that are included are up on your screen now. Toohill says these improvements will enable the establishment of a downtown educational center, business incubator, and provide additional leasable space for businesses. In a statement to WYLN, Senator Dechak said, quote, "Working with Representative Toohill and Hazleton city officials, we are proving that each significant state investment that progress is being made to revitalize Hazleton," unquote. The Hazleton Area School Board voted to approve training in the iReady program for teachers at last night's meeting. For those not familiar with iReady, it is a comprehensive diagnostic and instructional tool that tracks the progress of students from kindergarten through 2nd grade.
Base level, it's a very powerful and useful tool that the teachers are really enjoying using in the classroom. I've heard testimonials about that, and the students are actually enjoying it. It's instructional, it's fun. It is simply meant to enforce the PA core standards and keep students on track, moving them forward at their individual ability levels. So the nice part about the program is it automatically differentiates based on the student's ability.
Members of the Hazleton Area School District also had cause for celebration as an achievement was made recently at the high school level.
Our high school, our career center, and our academy, the high school Keystone scores increased by 5 points. And for us, that's a great step forward. We're very excited. I really applaud the high school administration, Career Center and Academy, and the teachers in those buildings who are doing the work in the classroom every day with students. That's a sizable jump. To jump 5 points in 1 year is certainly worth note.
Open houses will also be held next month. Elementary and middle school open houses will be conducted on Monday, November 14th. The high school and career center will take place on Tuesday, November 15th, and the charter school open house will be on Wednesday, November 16th. A bill that would bar the immediate release of the name of a police officer involved in a shooting is on Governor Wolf's desk. The bill passed the House and Senate by wide margins but remains controversial. The bill would bar the release of an officer's name until an investigation into the case is completed or until 30 days have passed, whichever is sooner. It would also mandate the officer's name's release if he or she is charged with a crime over the shooting. A spokesman for the governor says he's still reviewing it. Students who are going through the college application process are able to receive some advice on college finances. This Saturday, October 29th at 9:30 a.m. in the Hazleton High School Library will be the annual Financial Aid Workshop and FAFSA completion event to help students and parents understand payment for college.
We are especially pleased to have with us this year a representative from the Pennsylvania Higher Education Assistance Agency who will give an overview of the financial aid application process. And if parents and or students arrive with some tax information from the year 2015, Social Security numbers, birth dates, some demographic information, this representative will actually sit down with families on the computer and help them submit their FAFSA to the federal government to determine eligibility for financial aid.
There is no registration for the event, and it is free and open to the public.
Since college is very expensive, we try to tell students to maximize the free money, grants and scholarships, merit aid from the government, from the schools, from local organizations, that sort of thing. We try to convince them to minimize the loans that they would have to take to make their education a reality.
If you are interested in the event but unable to attend, you can still fill out the FAFSA forms online.
If a family is unable to attend the event on Saturday morning, you could always complete the FAFSA online at your house. There are also a multiple number of agencies that are willing to help you through this process. There's the Spark program, which is an educational opportunity service, and that is free to families and for students. They could definitely take advantage of that. Also, every college or university has a financial aid office right there at the school. So if a family is unable to come and meet with us, they could always go to the school and that university will help them through this process.
Again, the workshop will be held this Saturday, October 29th at 9:30 a.m. in the Hazleton High School Library. It was a beautiful fall day here across our viewing area, but what does our weekend have in store for us? Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is in the Weather Center with the details. Joe?
Well, we got some warmer weather that we're going to be talking about coming into this upcoming weekend, and we also have the chance of some rain as well. I'll let you know when that rain will get here coming up in just a few, Ann.
Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, preparing for trick-or-treat night. Well, tonight we'll have some safety tips from law enforcement officers. Stay tuned. More news, weather, and sports is coming your way here on WYLN.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Gownley, video journalists Mike Lula and Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Gary Perna, Abby Piskel, and Aaron Harvey. Sports with Eric DeBerardinis and John Eric Poli, and weather with Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
It's Oktoberger. The sale's so big they named a month after it. Only at Burger Mazda, Route 93, Hazleton.
If a 2016 Mazda 3i Sport, lease it for only $175 a month. Or this 2016 Mazda 6i Sport, lease it for only $195 a month. And this 2016 Mazda CX-5 Sport, it's all-wheel drive, lease it for only $205 a month.
It's Oktoberger. The sale's so big they named a month after it. Only at Burger Mazda, Route 93, Hazleton.
Burger family dealerships. Drive with experience.
Halloween is just a few days away, and we here at WYLN want everyone to have a safe holiday. Our Julie Stefanovich has some safety tips for all the little trick-or-treaters.
Halloween is on Monday, October 31st. Children and parents are making last-minute preparations for a big night out of trick-or-treating. But as always, safety must come first. We have some advice for families who will be out and about on the town this Halloween. Parents should plan a route out in advance and always know where their children will be heading. Kids should wear light and reflective clothing and carry a flashlight. The younger children should always be accompanied by a parent or guardian. Hazleton Chief of Police Jerry Speziali also wants everyone to have a safe and fun Halloween.
No talking to strangers. I don't care if somebody comes up to you and says, my mother sent you, I lost my dog. You know, the candy isn't the thing. It's the tricks where they seem so real, of, you know, someone making believe they lost a pet, or someone maybe even having a pet. You never ever talk to anybody that you don't know, and you're aware of your surroundings.
Somewhat of a clown phenomenon has been taking place around the country. Whether you loathe clowns or love them, the chief tells us to look out for the good, the bad, and the just plain scary.
What I would say is, if there is someone in a vehicle and that's wearing a clown mask or acting out of the ordinary, those are the things. It's really based on, you know, the totality of the circumstances. You know, somebody knocking on a door, trick-or-treating in a clown outfit is not a danger. Somebody driving in a car that's lurking around the neighborhood in a clown mask is something that's peculiar.
Hazleton Police will also have additional patrols out this Halloween. And the biggest tip is, if you see something that isn't just quite right, then say something by dialing 911 or contacting your local police department. Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Thank you, Julie. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is back with a full look at our forecast. Stay tuned.
When you're looking for a new or used car, truck, or SUV, Lehighton Kia is the place to go. They showcase a variety of vehicles, like the totally transformed Soul and the eye-catching Cadenza, the Kia Optima, not your average mid-size sedan, the Forte lineup, including the Coupe and popular 5-door, the Sorento and Sportage, with a bold array of features. Ask about specials and incentives, and you can't beat the 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Lehighton Kia, 21 Blakesley Boulevard, Lehighton. Call them at 610-377-1570.
Chura's Auto Sales has a great line of cars and trucks. Every vehicle is serviced, reconditioned, and inspected. Chura's Auto Sales offers you experience, quality, and service. Stop in today, North Broad Street and Susquehanna, West Hazleton.
Well, it's a chilly day across our area today, and we did see the sunshine around, but despite the sunshine, really didn't warm things up too much across our area. But going into tomorrow, it's going to get a little bit warmer across our region, and it should be dry. High school football games tonight, hey, and dress warm because it's going to be chilly out there. little bit of a breeze as well, but at least it's going to remain dry for our Friday night. Looking at the numbers for the day, you can see it's chilly. It's only in the 40s outside, and a little bit of a breeze out there, making it feel a little bit cooler than the actual air temperature indicates. But have no fear, we got some warmer weather near, and it's going to be getting here for tomorrow, for our Saturday. So, taking a look at the high and low temperature for today, well, you'll be able to see that we did manage to make it up to 45, and the low being 35. And we got a wind gust coming in at 27 miles per hour. So throughout the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, here's what's been going on. And across the Northeast, well, it's kind of cool still. But just look out toward the west. And that's where you see some of the milder air occurring. In fact, temperatures in some locations actually in the 50s. And that's a telltale sign of some of the milder air that's going to come into play as we go into the daytime hours of tomorrow. Now, these are sustained winds, 5, 10, 15 miles per hour. And that does not include some of those wind gusts that we have out there. So going into tomorrow, it gets milder. 57 degrees. A mix of clouds and sunshine. Sunday, some showers around. Near 60. Gets a little bit cooler. For Monday, lots of sunshine, 47 in the 50s, going into Tuesday, partly sunny. And then in the 60s for Wednesday, staying in the 50s for Thursday and Friday. And a mild night going into tomorrow night, dropping down into the 50s. And then the rest of the nights, generally 30s and 40s. Stick around, we'll have more for you coming up after the break.
At All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, you not only get the vehicle that you want,
you also get the lowest financing options.
We also deliver unmatched service.
Whether you're in need of a work truck, have an active family lifestyle, or simply want to show off your fun, adventurous side, All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has a wide variety of inventory to choose from. It's the Ram Power Days and Jeep Celebration event. Stop in today.
Electric Frog Designs, 323 North Hunter Highway, Route 309, Drums, offering full-color banners and signs, vehicle lettering and graphics, campaign signs, promotional products, trophies, plaques, and medals. 788-2333.
Since 2001, Hazelton Imaging has been offering the best care, a staff that is kind and courteous, and a radiologist on site. Hazelton Imaging is less expensive than most hospitals, and they offer self-pay pricing. Call Hazelton Imaging today at 570-501-SCAN.
Tri-County Business Machines has been serving the Hazelton area with office supplies and furniture for over 35 years. We are your local Kyocera dealer for all your digital Kyocera copiers, printers, and faxes. For exceptional reliability, sales, and service, the call to make is to Tri-County Business Machines. Tri-County Business Machines, keeping your office up to speed. Tri-County Business Machines, located at 117 East Broad Street, Hazelton. Phone 459-0754, or visit us on the web at tricountybm.com.
If you're in need of a new book to read, one local author from the Hazelton area is recently published. WYLN's Abby Piskel has the details.
Writing a book can be a difficult task to accomplish, but one Hazelton man has made that achievement and published one book and has another on the way. Local author Robert Gemelli tells us all about his first book, a story of family, deceit, and murder.
The name of the book is The Hannaford Murder, a not-so-simple murder. And you might say, what makes it not so simple? Well, it looks like a cut-and-dry assassination. But as the police investigate this, it takes them through a number of twists and turns concerning the Hannaford family and a number of cold cases that had nothing to do with this murder but were involved with other murders. So it's a complex but not a simple cut-and-dry murder.
The book is fictional, but takes place in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and unravels the story of twin brothers Jonathan and Joseph Hannaford.
And Jonathan wants to eliminate Joseph and actually become Joseph and not himself. And he hangs out in some of the local bars in the upper parts of Pittsburgh, and he meets a hitman, convinces this man that he's dying of cancer and that this has to be done in the building so his wife gets the big insurance policy, and if he dies in hospice, she gets nothing. And the man agrees to do this. So they set up a date and a time, and he gets him into the secured garage area where the assassination is going to take place. And Joseph comes down. As he is coming out of the elevator, the hitman steps out and shoots him and kills him. The other elevator, just right after that, comes down, and out comes Jonathan with a gun, and he kills the assassin. And of course, the police are going to be called in because there's been a shooting. The security people are all running around. Everybody's concerned about what's going on. And the police, of course, come down and they know who this guy is. And Jonathan tells them, "That's my brother, Jonathan. I'm Joseph Hannaford. That's my brother, Jonathan."
Gemelli also has another book coming out in November about the life of a retired NYPD police officer, R. Blaze Conti.
And he has this woman come in to see him about gaining something back, and they go back and forth, and it eventually comes out to be her sister, who is an heiress, and so is she an heiress, to a very important baking company in New York, made a tape that you wouldn't want on the internet, and so she convinces him to go out there to try to secure it. And in the process, he goes out there, and a number of things go on, but eventually the young woman is shot with a young man who they're going for a hot dog at the original hot dog stand in Pittsburgh, and they get shot. And now the question is, why were they shot?
To get a copy of Gemelli's books, visit robertgemelli.com, which provides links to Amazon and Barnes & Noble. The book is also available on ebooks and Appletoons for Kindles and Nooks, and of course, you can always get a paper copy of the book as well. In Hazleton, for WYLN News, I'm Abby Piskel.
Thank you, Abby. Coming up next, John Eric Pola is in for Eric DeBerdinis with sports here on WYLN. Stay tuned.
Lots of politicians talk about the issues. Lou Barletta actually gets things done. He saved taxpayers over $3 billion with common sense reforms, led the fight against the devastating opioid epidemic, specifically protecting infants born with addiction, restored funding for vital after-school programs, and rescued our fire departments when Obamacare threatened to force them to shut down. Lou Barletta, he doesn't just talk, he actually gets things done.
I'm Lou Barletta, and I approve this message.
If you're looking for a good pre-owned vehicle, check out BLB for tax time special. Get the best return on your tax check at BLB Auto Sales, a division of Barbush Automotive located on Route 940 in Harley. Call 570-454-7571.
Affordable Dumpsters specializing in estate cleanups, general cleanups, hauling, foreclosure cleanups, waste removal, demolition, as well as fire, water, and mold damage. We supply containers of all sizes. Call 570-427-4976.
It's week 10 of the high school football season, making tonight the last week of the regular season. And tonight at 7 o'clock, you can watch our game of the week between Crestwood and Hazleton right here on WYLN. In a battle of 309, the Comets and Cougars will duke it out for bragging rights, which Crestwood has owned recently, but this year may be different. Hazleton comes into the game on a 2-game win streak, hard to believe after a tough 0-7 start. The Cougars will look to get Adrian Otero going after having a 5-touchdown performance last week, while Crestwood will try to get the ball in the hands of Cornell recruit Lance Bloss as much as possible. Both teams are postseason bound, so Week 11 will await them. Here's Hazleton area head coach Mike Brennan on the matchup.
We have to slow down this running game. We have to tackle Lance Bloss. They're going to be deceptive. We have to be good defensively, and we have to offensively continue to make plays. We have to run the football. We have to throw the football. We have to continue to build on what we've done the last few weeks.
Tonight is our game of the week, but last night, Week 10 actually got started with major playoff implications in District 2 AAA race. Backyard brawl at Wilkes-Barre Memorial. GAR is technically hosting Myers in this one. Grenadiers first possession. Austin Yeelan. He'll launch it down the field in the heavy rain. Ball will get down all the way at the 1-yard line. That's the perfect spot for the fullback Mike Drozda. He bulldozes in for an early GAR lead. A Mohawks muffed punt will set up a score from Josh Goodwin. Grenadiers go on for the 50-7 victory, eliminating Myers from postseason contention. GAR will need a little help to get in. Next week starts the high school football playoffs, and with the postseason right around the corner, let's look at some games that will have some high playoff expectations. Schuylkill League first. Battle of Tamaqua. Tamaqua on the road against Marian Catholic. Next week, the Colts will start their quest to defend their district title, but first they'll need to get by the Blue Raiders. Both teams are looking to end their losing streak. Number 6 Blue Mountain will be home against our number 1 team, Schuylkill Haven. The Hurricanes are undefeated, but Blue Mountain may end that tonight. The Eagles are a bigger school, and they sit at 7-2 this season. And lastly, for the Schuylkill League, number 3, Pottsville travels to North Schuylkill. This game is very important for the Crimson Tide because a win will give them the Schuylkill League championship. Now let's go to the Wyoming Valley Conference. Tunkhannock will travel to Northwest. The Rangers are currently the top seed in Class A, but the Tigers need this one because a win and a Pittston area loss puts them in the postseason. Wyoming area, the number 5 team in our rankings, takes on Pittston area. Tonight is the 50th anniversary of this rivalry. Now we know PA needs a win to clinch a playoff spot, but the Warriors need this one as well because a WA win and a North Pocono loss puts the Warriors as the top seed in Class 4A. And finally, number 7 Berwick will host number 2 Williamsport. This game features 2 offenses that have been on fire recently. Both teams scored over 60 points in their Week 9 victories, so expect a high-scoring affair at Crispin Field tonight. Tonight, a special moment for the Cubs hosting their first World Series game in 71 years. A special moment for Hazleton native Joe Madden managing the team, and a special moment for Chicago fans, which will include Joe's family.
It's going to be an absolute blast. Beanie's coming in, my kids are coming, everybody's coming in. It's going to be great. So I know that people that have been waiting for this for a long time are going to savor it, and it's hopefully on our part we could do something to really make it even better. Our fans they've been there through thick and thin, and they've hung in there really well. When you interact with them, they're just here to support their Cubs. I don't get any grinding of axes and whatever. They've been very supportive of us, at least for the 2 years I've been there. That's what I've recognized.
Joe Madden has been a friend of our station for a long time and was in the WYLN studios as he won the AL Manager of the Year in 2012. Everyone here would like to wish him good luck in the World Series, including our owners, the Gans family. On your screen now are pictures of the Gans' visit to Wrigley Field in 2002, touring the legendary venue and stepping into the batter's box. Now they're thrilled to have Hazleton native managing the Cubs, and with the series tied at 1, Madden and Chicago are only 3 games away from their first title since 1909. That's all for sports. Stay tuned.
Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. It's spelled different because we are different. Physical is unlike any therapy center you've been to before. If you're tired of living in pain, if you want to move better, overcome an injury or balance disorder, or you just want to improve your strength and conditioning, our highly skilled team of medical experts will help you get back to living the life you enjoy. New mentality, new body, new life. Get physical.
Family and friends come from all over the area to enjoy a fabulous dining experience at Graziano's Restaurant. You choose your dinner from a menu that is filled with all freshly made to order entrees. You'll never be disappointed and you'll leave satisfied.
Ralph M. Cameron, specializing in quality and affordable construction services for residential, commercial, and industrial, licensed and insured. Call 570-401-0654 today for all your construction needs.
All right, it's near 60 degrees for the weekend by Sunday. Chance of a couple of showers around, and then a little bit cooler for next week, but milder for Wednesday, and not too bad of a 7-day forecast whatsoever.
How about that Chicago weather?
Sure thing.
Mm-hmm. Sure thing. Sounds good. Well, as you can see, these are actually the jerseys that the Gans family got when they went to go visit Wrigley Field, which is pretty exciting. But what's really exciting is Hazleton's very own Joe Madden heading back to Wrigley Field, hoping to win the World Series, of course. And we all hope the same here at WYLN to see a hometown boy get that ring. And hopefully when he comes back here for his annual Thanksmas, we get to see that ring. But the game tonight, series tied at 1, I'm sure you'll all be watching. Have a good weekend, everyone.